Welcome to the first part of an almost 2-week-long miniseries in which I talk way too much about Spider-Man. Before No Way Home releases, I am going through each one of the live-action films, including the Venom movies. And I'm going to give each one its own little mini-review on Daily Caleb. So you'll see that in about every episode for about, I don't know how many days. So I'm going to take a day off when Hawkeye episode 4 releases to talk about what I think of that show so far. Now, I'm going through the Home series with my dad to help catch him up, so I'm watching those out of the release order, but everything else is going to be in release order. So because of that, I'm going to start off this little mini-series by talking about Spider-Man Homecoming. Hey guys, it's Caleb. This is definitely one of my favorite Spidey flicks. It's the one I've seen the most times, and it's so good. It's definitely a unique movie, both to the other MCU movies and other Spider-Man movies, and I think the film uses that to its advantage. I love how they skip past the Spider-Man origin story because this is the third series of live-action Spider-Man movies. We all know who he is at this point. And skipping past the origin story helps focus more on Spider-Man in action. It's also nice having the character of Ned know that Peter is Spider-Man because it gives him someone fun to play off of. Homecoming provides a very unique take on the Marvel story, and I like its ways of showing how the real world treats superheroes. I think the Avengers battles and everything, being how the villains get their tech, is a very innovative and good idea. Speaking of villains, Michael Keaton's Vulture is one of my favorite Marvel villains. He has good motivations, he has his limits, he's not just like, ooh, I'm so evil, I'm very evil, I want to take over the world and everything. That's not what he's like. He's a very complex and compelling character. The reveal involving him is so well done, it's surprising, I didn't see it coming, and yet it also doesn't feel out of nowhere, making it one of my favorite plot twists in the MCU. The entire car ride scene is so well acted, scored, and directed. It'll always be one of the best Marvel scenes in my opinion. Holland and Keaton pull it off so well, it's such an intense, exciting scene. I think the final action sequence is amazing, the visuals are really good, and I like the final choice that Peter makes. It feels very in line with his character, as does his decision at the end in the scene with Tony Stark. Characters are good, the story is good, the action is good. What else do I have to say? It's one of the most fresh and entertaining MCU films to date. In this Spider-Man miniseries, it's ranked number 1 so far. Also, that final post-credit scene was hilarious. So join me tomorrow as I go back in time and talk about the classic that started it all, Spider-Man. Well, basically all of them are called Spider-Man in some way, shape, or form, but you know what I mean? It's the 2002 one, it's the original, Caleb out. Why do I still have these Lego figures on my set? I used them as props in an episode made last Sunday, but yeah, I guess I'm just too lazy to bring them to the room right next door. Hey, at least they're fun to fidget with and everything.